What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And welcome here today to the inaugural episode of the historic franchise series here on NBA 2K20. So if you guys didn't know about this, I kind of teased it a little bit on my main channel and talked about it a little bit here on the second channel. What we are going to do here is do a franchise, an episodic franchise series, mainly a realistic one, from the year 2000, 2001. So basically what I did is I imported a 2000 to 2001 roster, and we are going to be starting this franchise from that point. It is a pretty accurate roster, and I want to show you I did upload every team's kind of logo from the year 2000, or it's very similar. They'll have similar jerseys and similar courts as well. So one complication was that the Nets, I wanted to relocate them obviously because they were the New Jersey Nets, but now they're the Brooklyn Nets. But when you relocate, there is no city that is in New Jersey that is like, or you can't just pick New Jersey. You have to pick a city in New Jersey. As you can see, the only cities is pretty much closest to there is like Buffalo, but East Rutherford. That's I don't know if I can find. Okay, so yeah, East Rutherford. So I thought it would actually be called the New Jersey Nets, but no, they're the East Rutherford Nets. It's where the Giants and the Jets play, if you're familiar with them. And yeah, so that's what they are. Also, the Thunder were not the Thunder. They were the Seattle Supersonics. So that's where they are going to be today. Let me know if you guys like this logo better, or the kind of neon green one. And I'm sure you know what it looks like. The more recent one, it was kind of their last logo. Or should I roll with this one? And then also, so two things in the Western Conference. There will be the Vancouver Grizzlies. I don't know exactly what year they ended up going to Memphis. Okay, so it was actually July 4th, 2001. So at this time, there were the Vancouver Grizzlies. So there will be a team throughout this. And then also at this time, there were the Charlotte Bobcats, but the New Orleans Pelicans weren't a team yet. So this, you can't really delete a team in franchise. So I decided to just leave this how it is. It's going to be a lot of just really bad players kind of here. 60 overalls, and we're going to treat them like an expansion team. So that's what the Hornets are. And yeah, I do want to show you some other things here. So I'm really excited about the logos. It's really throwing me back, like looking at some of these old logos here of like the Mavericks, the Sixers, the Bucks, the Nets. We'll get down here like the Pistons old logo, Raptors, Hawks, Sonics, Bobcats. Look at the Timberwolves. Whenever I see that logo, I just think Kevin Garnett. The Vancouver Grizzlies, Denver Nuggets. It's different. So I'm really excited to do this today. And my plan is, I want to do 20 years. I want to do up until this point, and if it's still doing well, the series, we can go on further than that. But I don't want to just do one team. I want to do a team, and I'm thinking we could do like a year an episode. So 20 episodes will get us 20 years, and I think that's a pretty good length. I don't want to make this a 50 episodic series. Maybe if we want to go further than 2020, we can. But for now, I want to do 2000 to 2001 to 2019, 2020, and we'll get to present day and kind of see what's different. And I'm not going to pick my team yet. I'm going to let you guys kind of decide. I want you guys to let me know in the comments which team we should do. And let me know why. Don't just say the Magic and not tell me why. Be like, oh, because they have, like, what? Do they have Penny Hardaway at this time? Let me see. Let me look at the Magic's team before I make any false claims. Oh, so they have T-Mac, Grant Hill. Like, do you want to see this team? I'm going to go through all the rosters. So just let me know which team you want to see and why. And then if you see somebody say the Sixers and you want to see me do the Sixers, like that comment so I know to do them. So we'll go through all the rosters though, so you can kind of get a gist of what we're going to do. Also for draft picks, every team keeps their own draft picks. I wasn't going to go back and try to get what it was accurate in real life because I want the Hornets or the Pelicans to pretty much get the #1 pick because they need it. All right, so we can go through the rosters here. So the 76ers, this was the team that did go to the finals and they lost to the Lakers. So they have AI, 25-year-old AI, Dikembe Mutombo, Aaron McKee, Theo Ratliff, Eric Snow. If you saw my What If T-Mac was on this team rebuild the other day on my main channel, you probably already know what this roster is. So yeah, this is their team. They have a 24-year-old Raja Bell. And yeah, they're not bad, but they're not super good. The Bucks, they have Ray Allen, Sam Cassell, Glenn Robinson, Tim Thomas, and then I'll just kind of go through here if you guys want to see. I'll go through every player. It's a really good roster. Joe Prisbilla, oh my god, I remember him. Michael Redd, 21 years old, could develop him. He would be fun to use. The Chicago Bulls, so they have Elton Brand, Brad Miller, Ron Artest, Ron Mercer, Marcus Frazier, Fred Hoiberg, AJ Gunn. So yeah, Jamal Crawford, 20 years old. So that'll be kind of a fun team as well. I would probably enjoy doing all these teams. Cavs got Big Z, Andre Miller, like the slowest but best point guard ever, or the best point guard for somebody who's just so slow. Clarence Weatherspoon. Yeah, they got some throwbacks here on this Cavs team. The Celtics, they're gonna be pretty solid because they have Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker. Also have Kenny Anderson, Tony Batty, Mark Blount. Okay, so this is the Boston Celtics. Moving over here to the Clippers, they were not very good. They do have a 20-year-old Lamar Odom. They have Corey Maggette, Jeff McInnes, Darius Miles, Michael Olakondu. Is it Olakondu? Wasn't he a former number 1 overall pick? I believe so. Quentin Richardson, 20 years old. Okay. Earl Boykins. Gotcha. The Vancouver Grizzlies, so they have Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Mike Bibby. This would be a fun team to do. Michael Dickerson, Bryant Reeves, Damon Jones, Orthella Harrington, Isaac Austin. Okay. So they also have Muhammad Abdul-Rauf. So what we could do is, what I'm thinking of is, whatever team I pick for the first time, we could do either like 3 years a team, or we could do a realistic one until I win a championship. That could also be really fun. So one might go 3 years, one might go 2 years, one might go 5 years. The Hawks aren't really too good either. They do have a 23-year-old Jason Terry. They have Tony Kukoc, Jim Jackson, Lorenzen Wright, okay, Nazir Muhammad. So yeah, well, I'm going to do multiple teams. I don't want to just stick to one team. And then you guys can let me know in the comments what team will start off first. And then when the time comes when we pick a second team, we can do it then. So this is the Heat. They have Anthony Mason, Alonzo Mourning, Eddie Jones, Tim Hardaway, 34 years old. They're pretty good. Ricky Davis, they definitely have a foundation, it seems. The Charlotte Bobcats, they have Jamal Mashburn, Baron Davis, David Wesley, P.J. Brown, Eldon Campbell, Derek Coleman, Jamal McGlure, Otis Thorpe. Okay. They're not actually as bad as I thought they were going to be. The Jazz do have 37-year-old Karl Malone, 38-year-old John Stockton, so we could maybe take control of them, look to trade them at the deadline, and kind of rebuild from there. That could be pretty fun. Or if they maybe last till the offseason, we could try to maybe trade them. I don't know if they would have any good value, but that could definitely be something. They also have 35-year-old John Starks, okay. Wait, is that John Starks? Yeah, that is John Starks. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, that is the Deshaun Stevenson, 19-year-old. Wow. Okay, so that is the Utah Jazz. The Sacramento Kings are pretty solid. They have Chris Webber, Vlade Divac, Peja Stojakovic, Doug Christie, Jason Williams, Bobby Jackson, Scott Pollard, Hito Turkoglu. They're pretty good. They're pretty good in Sacramento. The Knicks, so they have Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston. They're not too good, the Knicks. They would be fun. Larry Johnson, end of his career. Marcus Camby, Glenn Rice, Kurt Thomas, Chris Childs, yeah, a lot of familiar faces here on this Knicks team. Herb Williams, LA's really good. They have Shaq and Kobe, Horace Grant, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Robert Horry, Isaiah Ryder, Ron Harper, Tyronn Lue. They're pretty good, obviously. I would have wanted to probably the Lakers because they're too good. The Magic do have T-Mac, Grant Hill, Darrell Armstrong, Bo Outlaw, Mike Miller, who's 20 years old. They've Don Reed as well. Wow. Monty Williams, 29-year-old Monty Williams. Cool. Dirk Nowitzki, they have on the Mavericks, Steve Nash, who's 26 years old. Michael Finley, Howard Isley, Sean Bradley, who is 7'5". So yeah, this is the squad here in Dallas. The East Rutherford Nets, they have Stephon Marbury, Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn, Kenyon Martin, Kendall Gill, Steven Jackson. Moving over to Denver, they got Antonio McDyess, Nick Van Exel. They're not too good as well. Rashawn Leonard, Rafa Frentz, James Posey. Okay, that is the Denver Nuggets. The Indiana Pacers have Jalen Rose, Reggie Miller, who's 35, Jermaine O'Neal. He'd be a fun player to build around, definitely. Al Harrington, who's 20 years old. So that is the Pacers. Moving over to the Hornets. So yeah, these are pretty much all, I think, created players or free agents at least. The Pistons, really good, or they have kind of a core in Stackhouse and Wallace here. They have Chucky Atkins, Joe Smith, Jerome Williams, and they ended up winning a finals half a decade later. The Raptors, they do have Vince Carter, Maurice Peterson, Mark Jackson, Antonio Davis, Alvin Williams, Corey Williamson, Charles Oakley, who's 36, Del Curry, Muggsy Pogues. They got some notable names there. The Houston Rockets, they have Steve Francis, Katino Mobley, Hakeem Olajuwon, but he's 37, Moochie Morris. They got Walt Williams as well, so that is the Houston Rockets. The Spurs, they're really good, obviously. They have Tim Duncan, who's 24 years old, David Robinson, 35, Derek Anderson, Antonio Daniels, Sean Elliott, Avery Johnson, Malik Rose, who's, I think, the current Pistons GM, and he was a future Knick at that point. Steve Kerr, end of his career, look at his hair. Pretty nice. Phoenix, so they got Jason Kidd, Sean Marion, Penny Hardaway. That could be a fun team to do. Cliff Robinson, Tom Gugliotta, So this is the Phoenix Suns. We have a couple more teams here. The Seattle Supersonics. They got Gary Payton, 32. Vin Baker, Rashard Lewis, Patrick Ewing. Yep, the end of Patrick Ewing's career. Brent Berry, end of, but I think that was Rick Barry for a second. Desmond Mason. Okay, so this is the Supersonics. Timberwolves, they do have Kevin Garnett, Terrell Brandon, Alfonso Ellis, Chauncey Billups, who's 24, Wally Szczerbiak, who's 23, Sam Mitchell. Okay, the Portland Trailblazers, they have Rasheed Wallace. They have Arvydas, what happened there? They have Arvydas Sabonis, Scottie Pippen, who's 35, Steve Smith, Damon Stoudemire, Detlef Schrempf, Bonzi Wells, Sean Kemp at 30 years old. Okay. Golden State, they got Antoine Jameson, Larry Hughes, Mookie Blaylock, okay, Eric Dampier, Mark Jackson, Vinny Del Negro. That is the Warriors, and the final team is the Wizards, who do have Michael Jordan at 35 years old, Richard Hamilton at 22, and he's got the face mask. That's cool. Juwan Howard. This would be a fun team as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments which team you'd want to see me do for this rebuild, or just to start off the series. I do want to show you guys the 2001 draft class as well. So this is going to be the upcoming draft class. So we have Joe Johnson, Pau Gasol, Mehmet Okur, Tony Parker, Richard Jefferson, Jamal Tinsley, Salim Downbear, Designer Diop, Agent Zero, Gerald Wallace. There's a lot of cool faces here, or cool names that we could draft to be a part of a future for whatever team we go. Jason Richardson, Shane Battier, Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry, Zach Randolph. So you get the gist. Just look up the 2001 draft class. Also, these are the preseason power rankings if you want to see maybe who's going to be good in 2K and who's not. So maybe we should target a team that maybe won't be as good and is a little bit at the bottom of the totem pole. So yeah, maybe Seattle, Dallas, Vancouver, Washington could be fun. We could get the last Jordan year and then end up trading him. I don't know where he is here. Huh. Where's Michael Jordan? Is he at the end? Yeah, interesting. But yeah, the Knicks, Hawks, Cavs. Hornets would be a struggle. We could do them later on. We'll see who they draft. They could be a team we do later on. So yeah, that is pretty much everything I could show you guys. And I do want to show you the salary cap settings and the best I could really do with that. So what I did with the salary cap is I just downloaded this realistic sim and then I went to it. And really, if you look at this graph here, can we look at it? Yeah. So for salary cap, the lowest it goes to is, I believe, it's 89 mil. So that's where I set it at. At this time, it was a lot lower than that. I think it was around like 50 or 40 mil. So we have, or it might even been lower than that. It might have been at like 35, 40 mil, something like that. So I just looked it up. It was $35.5 million. So yeah, we could not get as low as that. So this is the best we're going to deal with. I also put it on a 0 inflation rate. So the highest it will go to by, so we're technically in the year 2020. Where it's going to be at 89 mil, where you can kind of see it there. It's going to get to, if we do 20 years, we'll get to 2040. It'll hit about 125, 130 mil. So that's the only thing that's not going to be super realistic, is the contracts will not be similar to what they are in real life, just because the game doesn't allow you to lower the salary cap, the inflation rate, and players are going to demand for a lot more money. So if you maybe have anything else I can avoid on that, let me know. I believe I made the hard cap 180 mil. Or maybe I kept it at 190. But yeah, let me know in the comments which team we should do first. Which team do you think would be super fun? I'm going to try to do this as realistic as possible. Just like, we'll try to build through the draft. If we're good, we'll sign somebody. We'll trade maybe any aging vets to try to get like some value for them. So yeah, let me know in the comments which team we should use. I'm really excited to do this, and then we'll do it for as many years as we can to win a championship. Or if you guys just want to see maybe a 3-year minimum, and we'll win it all. And I think I'm going to go with season and episode. So let me know if that is a good idea. I think I like that. So we'll go from the regular season to the regular season each episode, and then we'll do maybe a little bit of a recap at the beginning of the episode if you missed it. So yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy this, and let me know if you're excited, but mainly let me know what team we should use first in the comment section below, and let me know why. Don't just tell me do the Supersonics and not tell me why, because I'm not going to want to do them if I don't have a good reasoning. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If we could hit like 800 likes on this pilot episode, it would mean a lot, and then obviously the first real episode will come next. So thank you all for watching. I love you guys. I hope you guys are as excited for this as I am, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.